They say money can buy anything. But on that night in New York, it couldn't buy Jeff Bezos peace of mind. According to courtroom insiders, the richest man on Earth, valued at over $190 billion, was seen trembling, pale, and visibly shaken. Some say he collapsed. Others swear he let out a faint gasp before slumping forward, forcing his aides to rush to his side. The cameras didn't capture it. But witnesses inside the courtroom insist Bezos suffered a panic attack at the exact moment the ruling came down. $5 billion. That was the number the judge read aloud. And in that instant, sources say Bezos looked less like a titan of industry, and more like a broken man. One eyewitness told us, "It was like watching the fall of Rome." His eyes went wide, he grabbed his chest and the color drained from his face. He knew it was over. Over the next few minutes, chaos unfolded, security scrambled. Lauren Sánchez, the woman at the center of this storm, appeared frozen, her eyes locked on Bezos as paramedics were quietly ushered in through a side door. And here's where things take a darker turn. Insiders claim Bezos muttered something under his breath before losing consciousness. Something so chilling, it's still being debated online. "She ruined me." Now no one knows if he was speaking about Lauren, or the legal system that just forced him into one of the largest personal settlements in history. But the symbolism was impossible to ignore. The man who conquered global commerce, who built Amazon into a trillion-dollar empire, was powerless in the face of love, betrayal, and loss. The whispers grew louder. Was this simply heartbreak? Or did Bezos realize in that courtroom that he had lost something far more valuable than money, his legacy? And here's the question we're all left with. If Jeff Bezos can be brought to his knees, what does that mean for the rest of the powerful men who think they're untouchable? They say love is blind. But in Lauren Sanchez's case, insiders whisper it was calculated. While the world watched Jeff Bezos clutch his chest in that courtroom, Lauren was already making her next move. According to sources close to her inner circle, she wasn't just a partner, she was a strategist. A former news anchor who knew exactly how to control the spotlight, how to bend a headline, how to stay 3 steps ahead. One alleged friend claims Lauren had been meeting discreetly, with high-profile attorneys for months, preparing a safety net in case things turned ugly. Another rumor? That she had quietly funneled assets into her own ventures, ensuring independence no matter how the court ruled. And then came the whispers about her connections. Hollywood producers, politicians, even whispers of a private meeting with Elon Musk at a SpaceX gala. It wasn't about romance, an insider said. It was about leverage. She wanted to show Jeff she wasn't dependent on him, that she could stand toe-to-toe with the most powerful men alive. In a leaked call making rounds online, Lauren can allegedly be heard saying, "If he thinks I'll be left with nothing, he's wrong. I built my own empire, and I'll keep building it, with or without him." Fans erupted. Was this confidence or betrayal? What shook people most was how composed Lauren seemed while Bezos spiraled. No tears in court, no visible panic. Just a calm, calculated demeanor, as if she knew the cameras were capturing every second. Social media lit up. Lauren just played Bezos like a billionaire chessboard. Others defended her. She's a survivor. Bezos knew what he signed up for. But one question remained. If Lauren was already 2 steps ahead, who was secretly backing her? Because insiders suggest she wasn't acting alone. And what happened next would drag another billionaire into the firestorm. No one expected this twist. In the middle of Bezos' humiliation, whispers started leaking from behind the courtroom doors. Insiders claimed Lauren Sánchez wasn't just walking away with a billionaire's fortune. She was carrying ammunition that could shatter his empire. Allegedly, during their relationship, Lauren had access to private files, text threads, and even recordings that Jeff never imagined would see daylight, one source told Drama Plug. She knew where the bodies were buried. Business deals, political phone calls, even private negotiations that could change markets overnight. And then came the real bombshell. A leaked voicemail allegedly from Bezos himself, his voice shaky, almost begging. "Lauren, please don't release that. You know what it could do to me. To Amazon. Just name your price." Fans went wild online. Was Bezos being blackmailed by his own lover? Meanwhile, Lauren appeared completely unshaken. In public, she smiled for paparazzi, wearing designer gowns and whispering to reporters that she was just focused on moving forward. But insiders swear she was quietly building her next empire: media deals, luxury partnerships, and even private talks with Netflix for a tell-all documentary. And here's where the story takes a darker turn. One unnamed executive, said to be close to Bezos, warned that Lauren's leverage could extend far beyond gossip. "She's not just holding secrets about their love life," the source claimed. "She's holding secrets about trillion-dollar decisions. If she talks, wall, street shakes. So was this about heartbreak or control? Did Lauren Sánchez play the world's richest man, not just for love, but for ultimate power?" What happened next would leave even Bezos' closest allies questioning if they were next in line for exposure. No one expected it. When the courtroom doors slammed shut after Bezos' collapse, whispers spread like wildfire. But the real storm was brewing outside those walls. A triangle of power, betrayal, and unimaginable wealth. Because this wasn't just Jeff Bezos versus Lauren Sánchez anymore. Elon Musk's name had entered the chat. Insiders say Lauren and Musk had been exchanging friendly texts for months. Conversations that started about rocket launches and climate pledges allegedly veered into late-night banter, emojis, and one stunning moment when Musk reportedly sent her a wink selfie from inside a Tesla Cybertruck. Bezos was furious when he found out. According to one unnamed aide, Bezos stormed into a private boardroom at Blue Origin, slammed his phone on the table and shouted, "Of all the people in the world, Elon!" The betrayal wasn't just personal, it was cosmic. Bezos and Musk had been locked in a billionaire space race for years. Bezos with Blue Origin, Musk with SpaceX, and now the war had slipped into Bezos' private life. "This isn't about love," one source whispered. "This is about dominance." Lauren was the queen piece on the chessboard, and suddenly, she switched sides. A leaked call, never officially confirmed, supposedly captured Bezos' voice, trembling with rage, telling a confidant, "He took Mars, and now he's taking her. Do you know what that feels like? To lose the universe twice in one lifetime?" The quote went viral. Memes flooded Twitter. One post read, "Bezos crying while Musk sends a rocket emoji to Lauren." And just when people thought it couldn't get darker, Joe Rogan entered the mix. Remember, Rogan has always been tight with Musk, hosting him on his podcast, smoking that infamous joint and praising his genius. But according to a close source, Rogan allegedly called Lauren in the middle of the storm, warning her, "Be careful. Jeff's not just a man, he's an empire. Empires don't go quietly." The words hit like thunder. Because if Rogan was right, Bezos wasn't going to fade away in humiliation. He was going to fight. Fight for his empire. Fight for his pride. Fight for the one thing he couldn't buy back with billions: respect. And here's the kicker. A Wall Street insider claimed Bezos had already started plotting a revenge play. Documents supposedly showed him quietly buying shares in companies Musk depended on, setting up shadow investments to choke his rival's empire at its weakest point. "Jeff isn't broken," the insider said. "He's recalibrating. This wasn't his collapse, it was his reset." So what happened next shocked everyone, because Bezos wasn't just out for Elon, he was out for all of them. It all came down to this: two titans, one courtroom, the stakes unimaginable. Jeff Bezos, once untouchable, the undisputed king of wealth. Elon Musk, the disruptor, the maverick, the man who mocked the old guard and built rockets to Mars while throwing shade on Twitter, and in the middle of them both, Lauren Sánchez, insiders whispered that this wasn't just about love anymore. It was about legacy. In a leaked message said to be circulating among Bezos' inner circle, an aide wrote, "If Musk humiliates him publicly, it's over. Not just the relationship, his reputation, his empire." That's when the energy in the courtroom shifted. Bezos, pale and trembling, stared across the aisle. Musk leaned back in his chair, smirking. It was the kind of smirk that said, "I already won." But then, something unexpected. According to those inside, Bezos tried to speak. His voice cracked as he addressed the judge. "This isn't about money. This isn't about her. This is about respect. About everything I built, everything I sacrificed. And now, it's slipping away." The room fell silent. Even Musk's grin faltered. No one expected Bezos to break like that. The man who commanded empires, reduced to begging for dignity. But Musk wasn't finished. In a whispered aside, caught by reporters seated just a few feet away, Musk allegedly muttered, "Respect isn't bought. It's earned. Maybe you should have thought about that before." Boom. The quote spread like wildfire. Twitter exploded. Hashtags like Bezos breakdown and Musk smirk began trending worldwide within minutes. Lauren sat frozen, her face unreadable. Some said her eyes welled with tears. Others claimed she looked relieved, as if the storm had finally passed, and Musk's words had sealed a truth she'd always known. And then came the ruling. The judge's voice was steady, merciless. "Assets will be divided. Ms. Sanchez is entitled to the agreed settlement. Mr. Bezos will comply. $5 billion. Bezos staggered. His lawyers steadied him. Cameras flashed. Reporters screamed questions. Musk chuckled under his breath, shaking his head as if watching history being made. This wasn't just a divorce. This was a dethroning. A man who once held the world in his palm, publicly stripped of pride, fortune, and love. Insiders say what happened next shocked even Bezos' closest allies. After the ruling, while being escorted out, he turned back toward Lauren and whispered something no one could quite hear. Some claimed it was, "I'll never forgive you." Others swore it sounded more like, "Don't let him win." Whatever it was, Lauren didn't respond. She just lowered her head as Musk placed a hand on her shoulder, a gesture that spoke louder than any headline. For Bezos, it was the ultimate nightmare. For Musk, the ultimate victory. And for Lauren Sánchez, she had become the most powerful woman in the world. Not because of money, but because 2 billionaires had gone to war over her, and only she walked away intact. But the question still lingers. Was this really the end? Or just the beginning of a feud that could reshape the future of power itself? The aftermath of the courtroom bombshell wasn't just legal. It was deeply personal. Witnesses say that after losing the 5B alimony battle, Bezos spiraled into a state of visible emotional collapse. He reportedly canceled meetings, disappeared from Amazon HQ for days, and even skipped a SpaceX versus Blue Origin Aerospace Summit, an event he never would have missed in the past. But while Bezos was retreating from the public eye, Lauren Sánchez was doing the opposite. She was launching what tabloids have dubbed her revenge tour. Just days after the verdict, Lauren was spotted strutting into a Beverly Hills gala, wearing a diamond necklace allegedly purchased with her first court-ordered payout. Cameras flashed, influencers buzzed, and headlines screamed, "Lauren spends Bezos billions in style." Inside sources whispered that Lauren wasn't just flaunting her victory, she was sending a very deliberate message to Jeff. "I won, and the world knows it." But the scandal didn't stop there. Paparazzi photos surfaced of Lauren having dinner with a mystery billionaire investor, a man known to have crossed paths and clashed with Bezos in Silicon Valley boardrooms. Rumors exploded online. Was Lauren already moving on? Or was this dinner a calculated power play designed to humiliate her ex? The internet went wild, with fans split down the middle. Some cheered Lauren on, praising her as the ultimate boss move divorcee. Others slammed her as a gold digger, accusing her of building her empire on Bezos' broken heart. And Bezos? Reports claim he wasn't just heartbroken, he was furious. He allegedly told close friends that Lauren's public displays were salt in the wound and swore this wasn't the end of their war. But then came the most shocking twist of all. A leaked video surfaced online. In it, Bezos appeared visibly intoxicated at a private yacht party, ranting about how Lauren had played him like a puppet and that he should have never trusted her. The clip went viral within hours, racking up millions of views and spawning hashtags like Bezos Breakdown and Lauren Wins Again. For a man who once dominated the world's richest list, it was a devastating image. Jeff Bezos, shaken, bitter, and humiliated, while Lauren Sánchez looked untouchable, basking in her newfound power. And yet, insiders whispered that Lauren wasn't done. Rumors swirled that she was planning a tell-all memoir, one that would expose every secret of her years with Bezos, from private arguments to shocking betrayals behind closed doors. If that book ever hit shelves, Bezos' reputation might not just crack, it could shatter completely. The cameras captured Jeff Bezos leaving the courthouse, his face pale, shoulders slumped. Reporters describe him as looking like a man who lost more than money. The once untouchable billionaire now feels like a fallen titan, his empire bruised by scandal, betrayal, and a $5 billion payout. His silence speaks louder than words, sparking endless speculation. Has this battle broken him for good? Lauren Sánchez, on the other hand, walks out like a queen crowned. Cameras flash, her lawyers beam, and whispers spread that she already has plans for her newfound fortune. A leaked source claims Lauren is eyeing luxury estates in Europe, private jets, and even a media empire of her own, one designed to rival Jeff's Washington Post. The image is clear. She's not just surviving, she's thriving. Social media ignites like wildfire. Hashtags trend instantly. Bezos collapse, Lauren wins, 5B bombshell. Some fans call Lauren a gold digger genius, while others paint her as the ultimate feminist power symbol who took on the world's richest man. And won. For Bezos, memes flood the internet, mocking his fall from power with captions like, "From space to courtroom crash." Whispers in Silicon Valley suggest Elon Musk and Joe Rogan privately celebrated Bezos' downfall, with one insider calling it a shift in the billionaire power balance. Meanwhile, Wall Street insiders worry about how the 5B settlement could impact Amazon stock, and whether Lauren might invest her winnings into Bezos' rivals. Just when it seems the drama is over, rumors swirl that Lauren may reveal even more shocking secrets, potentially publishing a tell-all book exposing hidden details of their marriage, Jeff's private obsessions, and the ruthless power plays inside the billionaire elite. The world waits, hungry for more scandal. The narrator closes with a chilling tease. Jeff Bezos may have lost $5 billion today, but if Lauren truly holds the secrets people are whispering about, the price of silence might be far higher. And the biggest scandal of all may still be coming.